All right, so first what I'm going to do is label equations 1, 2, 3. So when I talk about equation 1, 2, or 3, you know what I'm talking about. What I want to do is combine two equations to eliminate a variable, then do a different combination of two equations to eliminate that same variable, and then I'll have a system of equations with two variables and two equations. So which variable do we want to eliminate? It's like we have a single x, so that would require one multiplication to eliminate. We got a single y and a single z. Do any of them. Let's go with x. Let's just cancel out x. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first combine equation 1 and 2. So I want a 2x and a negative 2x to cancel out. So I'm going to multiply, I'm going to add equation 1, 2x plus 3y minus z equals 0. And I'm going to add that to negative 2 times equation 2. So you don't have to actually write this, it's just my explanation of what's going on. Can you see what's going on there, Bonnie? Is that like, all right. So I'm going to do negative 2 times this. Which if I were doing it on a piece of paper, I might not actually write that, but this is digital ink, so I can erase it easily. So negative 2x minus 2 is minus 2 is a positive 4y, minus 2 is minus 4 is a positive 8z, and 14 times negative 2 equals negative 28. Notice that I'm actually going slower than I typically speak.
Please excuse the interruption. Any sophomore with a last name beginning with A through K who has not gotten their student ID yet, please report to guidance at this time. Thank you.
You have to go at like a nice medium speed with these. If you try to go too fast, you'll make some little error. All it takes is you just forget to multiply one thing, miss 1 minus any of that, and you're going to get the wrong final answer. It's going to turn into awful grossness. So make sure you go to speed that will allow you to get a correct answer. All right, so now I add these, and I get, that cancels. I have a 7y. I have a plus 7z equals negative 28. Okay, now I used equations 1 and 2, so my only options left are equations 1 and 3 or equations 2 and 3. I'm going to use equations 2 and 3 because then I only have to do one multiplication. I can multiply this by something that'll cancel the x out in equation 3. When I do this second combination, I got to make sure I cancel the x, because x is what I canceled the first time. So now what I'm going to do is negative 3 times equation 2 and add that to equation 3. So that's going to be negative 3x, positive 6y, a positive negative 3 times, what am I doing here? Negative 3. This times this is a positive 12z, and then negative 3 times 14 is, what is that, 42? Negative 42. Then I'm going to just copy that equation down. 3x plus y minus 8z equals 17. So now I'm going to add them. That cancels. It's 7y, and that's a 12 minus 8z is a plus 4z equals, what is 42? Negative 42 plus 17. Is that a 25? Can somebody, one of your magic number boxes? It's negative 25. All right, so now I have two equations that both have the same two variables. So I just turn this 3 by 3 through elimination, two different combos, to get this equation and this equation. So let me just rewrite those here. All I'm doing is rewriting these equations. So I have 7y plus 4z equals negative 25, and 7y plus 7z, oh wow, 7's getting weird, equals negative 28. So now I can solve this system. What I'm gonna do is multiply, I don't know, top or bottom. I'll multiply the top by a -1 so that the y's cancel out. So negative y, 7y, negative 4z plus 25. Distributing the -1, these cancel. Negative 4z plus 7z is 3z. And then 25 plus negative 28 is -3, z equals -1. And I think most of the problems that we give you work out to be nice whole numbers, so you don't have to worry about, if you get a fraction, you probably did it wrong. Okay, unless it's like an easy like 0.5 or something. All right, so I have z. I'm gonna plug that back into one of my other equations. Doesn't matter which, I'll go with this one. One of the other equations with two variables. I can't plug a -1 into here, because I'd have an x and a y plus 1, and that is not solvable. So I plug it back into one of the two variable equations, so I have 7y plus 7 times -1 equals -28. So that's actually 7y minus 7 equals -28. 7y, add 7 to both sides, gives you a -21. Y equals -3. There's our other one. Let's make a little space. And then I have -1 for z, -3 for y, and I'm going to plug that back into any one of my original 3 variable equations. I'll just go with the top one. 2x plus 3 times y, which is -3, minus z, which is -1, equals 0. So I have 2x minus 9 plus 1 equals 0. So I have 2x minus 8 equals 0, 2x equals 8, x equals 4. So I have x equals 4, y equals -3, z equals -1. So you write it as an ordered triple. Simple as that.